welcome to another session of Endless Space. I'm Matt, and I'm continuing my playthrough with the Allayi, the faction dedicated around shapeshifting between winter and summer. So, currently we're trying to complete this quest, the Profaners of Uriga, which requires us to have a settler unit and have it walk over here. To do that, we should probably move all these units over to there. Actually, we can't actually do the monopole in the turn. A turn earlier if we do that. So let's not. The monopole is, of course, a special building which reduces your district costs and increases your industry on the city where you build it. So it's pretty strong. Now, we might have to just bribe this village to set up in that region faster. Just get an extra population on the city. And I kind of like the idea of that. How much does bribing require? I guess we might as well be on the safe side. Okay, so there's a dust eclipse happening soon. That might mean that we should move our what are they called again? Skyfins over to other territories. Like, if we bounce it here, we can move it. Yeah. It's important that embarking, or becoming a boat, basically, typically means that you lose all your movement points. So it's important that you move as far as you can with your land movement on that turn. And here we can go there, and just land there, and then we have land movement as soon as possible, which will be a bit faster. Now, I forgot what the quest was here. Yeah, it was to party with at least 5 minor factions. It was going to be kind of hard because most minor factions are either dead or converted, so let's just bribe them. This means that this village has a lot more production. Its workers. For some reason it's not happy anymore. I wonder why. Does that count as expansion disapproval? That can't be. That's really weird. I'm not sure why it shifted there. Maybe it's just a graphical glitch or something. In that case, we should just bounce production back to industry here, I think. Not all of it, but enough production back to industry that we get those things out relatively quickly. The settler being necessary to pick up our quest, so we're gonna get that soon. Here, building these garths is probably necessary to make the city not miserable, so let's do that. And we can just make a... when we get to the next text tier there, we can build a cargo docks and build up the triangle like so. So we should probably build our next garth there. Or we could try and triangulate awkwardly over here, but then we're losing production. We're losing these tiles. This one's not going to do that much for us. Yeah. If you can triangle using docks, I mean the main trick is like, you know, this is nothing new for me, but the triangulation tactic. But using docks for it means you can sometimes be quite creative, and also, though sometimes you don't have to stick to this. Like sometimes you should make an offshoot, like here if we're getting the industrial megapole or not. It's worth it to make a weird city structure for a bit if we're getting it in our best city. Yeah, I guess I can just pick up some random stuff with this army while I wait for the settler to arrive. And again, I'll pick up Imperial Coinage and this Luxury Alchemist so I can get the boosters to stick longer. Alright, so Grasshookers ended. Call of Auriga is really good. It's cool thematically because it reinforces the Allayi theme of being very quick and I guess graceful, or basically having a lot of map presence by being fast. We lost all our movement points, I think. I'm not sure. I think it was because we were kicked out of this region because they had closed borders on us or something, and they just settled that region, so we were forced out of that region. It also unfortunately means that we lose all our movement points, which is irritating that it works like that. Because that could cost us an extra tempo rune, for instance. which would not be great. Alright. We don't actually need this army together to be able to search that region with the settler unit, I think. So that's a silver lining. They're having to produce a settler at this point in the game where we have nowhere to settle. And likely we'll never have anywhere to settle with that settler. It's not ideal. I mean, you know, I don't think it's what anyone would call ideal, to be honest. Okay, we have the industrial megapole. That's really good. And we don't want to reactivate that until we have luxury alchemists. We could go put additional workers at the science to help out get the luxury alchemists sooner. Yeah, we probably should. Oh, we've got adamantium. That's pretty good. Adamantium is solid. Although we can't get C adamantium, etc. in our regions. I don't think. Because I think we have to be level 3 research-wise to reveal adamantium. That doesn't actually tell us here. I assumed it would for some reason. Maybe because that makes sense. Maybe. Let's bounce around here. We can go up here. I think we just pick up this. Yeah. Do we have a quest there, or why is it shining over there? Okay, we picked up 20 wine. That's good. It means we can renew this wine booster whenever. We probably should renew this dye booster as well. Yeah. Let's just search this. We've got Dish of Karnuk, which makes our hero a better blocker at the cost of some adamantium. So that's pretty solid. It's nothing like spectacular, but it's pretty good. I mean, I guess none of the items are like spectacular anyway, so that's good. We probably want. No, we don't even need a sewer system in this village or city. We can just pick up another Garth though. I wonder if this production cost. Wait, let's look at this. The wording here. Minus district cost on Empire. I wonder if that actually costs us less pills to build these now. That would be cool if it did. It probably doesn't, but it just seems too nice. Too good to be true, maybe. Stranger things have happened, though. Alright. Just end turn. Again, we're sort of again surrounded by red, which is irritating. Although the balance is not as heavy like in their favor anymore. We have 4 regions to their 6. But we know that we can beat their armies. Maybe I should preemptively build armies. I want to try this Chosen of Beauregard. I mean, it's possible that just going straight for the next arrow has been reached by someone. We should check these out at some point. It's possible that just going straight for the archer skill set is better, but it's also way more boring if that's the case. So it's definitely way more fun for us to try out the Oregon or the Allayi skill tree. Alright, bonus dust. I've got some extra dye, which is not actually the best because dye is average. We have a lot of dust to buy resources though, so we're going to wait for the luxury alchemists to pop. And once we have the luxury alchemists online, we should be able to just pop a bunch of boosters, even buy a bunch of boosters. Maybe I should buy some boosters in advance. So I need 25. I can't get this. These are excellent though. I could buy 25 gold. I can sell some excess dye. We have this. How long do we have this active? For 9 turns. And we have this active for 1 turn. So we shouldn't sell too much wine, but we can't sell dye. So how much dye do you want to get rid of? That's probably a fair amount. Now, can't pick up enough Titan burns. This is one problem of using the marketplace, is that there isn't always enough stuff available. Like if I wanted to get a Moonleaf booster, I already have 10, but I need 25, so where am I going to pull the extra ones from, you know? I guess I can just pick up 12 gold in the meantime. And then wait till I have my boosters available. I do it like this. And just activate it then. Alright, we have a settler army. So we can send them this direction. Maybe I should check if I can capture this. Okay, I have to do the quest. I wonder what quest that is. Maybe it's... Okay, this has a temporal ruins requirement. Let's check it out. Yeah, it is that one. So we're not going to be able to complete that because we don't have any infantry heroes. And I don't think I want to go there because that would cut my Skyfin off from my other units. It's already quite risky to just move your Skyfins through other territories. But yeah, I'm feeling it. Okay. So you need a hero-led army over there. That's also quite risky, like moving our main army over there. As long as... Maybe if we can keep tabs on the Draken army, we could go for it. Maybe. I wonder if we can loot this terrain over the edge. That would be hilarious. Ha! We can! Peering over the fence, eh? Let's search this. So the savage ghouls of the profaners have been set loose, probably to end this, and these skyfs are pitiless, so we have to avoid them. If we avoid them for 4 turns, we get 25 spices. And we just search that because we could. So these things look pretty dangerous. We're gonna bounce over there with our units. And we're probably gonna move over here, pick up these pools, pick up these temples. We're just gonna make sure we can actually just monitor the border. We should probably pay greater attention to the border. If Red is going to attack us, it's because Red is amassing an army on the border. Or, let's put it this way, it will coincide with Red massing. Anyway, we'll coincide with Red massing something on the border there. Real pronunciation is real. So to avoid that, we should definitely check the border now then with our armies. Alright. This is kind of dangerous for us. I'm just going to search this. And then we're probably going to bounce away. This animal, or whatever this, it looks like it bounces. Yeah, come on. It just looks very bouncy. Can't describe exactly what that is, but like, yeah. Okay, we're going to bounce over here, and then we're going to move over here. I think that's a good choice. You can also just move into this location and pick up the Eclipse Temple there, so that's fine. There don't seem to be any... There was an army there on that border. Generally the AI does move its armies reasonably aggressively when it plans to attack. Or conversely, when it has its armies on your borders, maybe at that point... okay, this effect, and maybe at that point they do attack. So at this point, we've lost this influence bonus, which is sad because influence is great. I guess we can just pop the wine now. We don't need the wine or the dye to be active. Well, they're resources we're gaining a lot of, so we can just keep activating them every turn. We do want to wait for these 2 resources and maybe this extra spice we're getting from the quest in 4 turns. Or 3 turns, or however long it takes. Because then we can get the luxury alchemist bonus on that. So the bonus production is sort of tempting. So is this bonus food. This is incredible. The roadside picnic. That's kind of funny. It gives bonus regeneration to your army. That's not something we need, but this might be something we need. I guess maybe I want the unit production. I'm not actually sure. I think one reason might be we just want to make sure we can pump out enough units to potentially threaten Red. Or even just keep the balance with red, to be honest. I should probably get in the habit of producing more units in general. I mean, these are replaceable, right? It's possible to get something instead of these, and like the uncommon alloys or the rare alloys, but it's not possible to get something that replaces meritocratic promotion. It's just really important to have bigger armies. It's not absolutely crucial like it is in Endless Space 2, but it is pretty important. In Endless Space 2, if you didn't have that, you'd be like screwed. But like in this game, it's okay if you do it. Actually, I just realized I built up a stockpile of dust, and I should have been thinking about which heroes I want. So she has what skills? Science boost 3 is pretty ridiculous. 12 science per hero level. That's a really strong boost. That's more than this skill. Like, think about it. And then it gives a percentage bonus per hero level on city. So if we get like level 8, 10, this will start being quite significant. But also at that point we're getting 120 science just from the hero base skill alone. So that's really strong. This hero has some good skills for us. Bonus science is obviously good. Every hero has this. Expansion disapproval is not too bad either. And the ability to get extra science on anomalies and just a flat bonus to science is pretty strong, I think. Or it's pretty good if we just want to go for the science hero. These heroes are always good, but they don't have a strong enough base skill, or as strong a base skill. We can get the same percentage bonuses on science, though. I think it's quite close between a cultist hero and this Ardent Mage's hero in particular. These Ardent Mage's heroes, I guess maybe there, with only one science boost, would be more in favor of picking up a cultist hero. But since none of the cultist heroes have good bonuses directly, I mean, Queenslaver is slavery, which is really good. I mean, don't take it out of context, but it's a really good perk. Like, we get a lot of extra production out of each of their workers because we get a bonus from each pacified village. So if we're getting 2 bonus pacified villages on this, we're getting per worker assigned to food or industry, we're getting a substantial bonus. So that's quite strong. Oh, sorry, in this city. So that's something we can think about getting. But, right, mouse is giving up on me. Instead of that, I think I'm going to go for the science hero. At least right now. The question is, if I do, where do I assign the science hero? The answer is probably here. Can we buy a new hero? We can, maybe in a couple of turns. Actually, make sure our unit is still safe from those marauding armies, or the Skyphers, or whatever they're called. Maybe at some point in the quest we'll have to face them again. I guess I can just move the settler here and garrison it. I guess we might as well get alchemical workshops here, or we can get husbandry centers, which is quite cheap, but also improves our food by a noticeable chunk. Yeah, why not? I can delay a second governor if I need to. And I think I will. Well, maybe I should have thought about that a bit more. Getting a second or third and the final governor out is good. Although we are kind of broke as well. But if we're not broke, we should be able to reduce additional forces to the point where that's fine. Or, if we're not broke, if we get a lot from this gold booster, basically, is my thinking, we'll be able to produce a lot of gold, and that will then help us offset. We'll get a lot out of our gold, which will help us offset the fact we just spent some dust. And the sooner we get this online here, the better, because the more food we'll be able to get. Like 5 bonus food per populace working food is pretty intense. Those upgrades are weirdly worded. You sort of have to realize that it says, or it means, okay, they're besieging that city. But we're supposed to avoid them, which is annoying because now we can't get this Garth. I guess we might as well build some military units in the meantime. And we should retreat here. Where is that? Over here. We definitely want to move our unit away then. Pretty cool, these are the beetle cities of the roving clans. Move here. and just pick up all the relevant stuff in this region. And I think we can bounce around here next turn. Yeah, I think we've done all we... we haven't done all we could do, but we've done a lot. So, sorry, misclicked there. Misfired. And we're just going to garrison this army. We could also buy this out at this stage. We've lost some dust production though, mostly because of the siege. It's good that we have wine active. Wine is really important for us. So is the ability. So in the Empire plan, which I think we're going to have this turn, available to us this turn, you can activate a ability which increases happiness levels overall. So that should be able to help with some stuff. Alright. We can get this. We can get bonus dust per population. We can get that. Question is, do we need the bonus attack on units? And the answer is quite weird. Is that an army moving on the corners? Oh shit, there's an army right here. Okay, never mind. That's really bad. This is really close to our territories. We should probably ask them to leave. In that case, I feel more like I might need this attack. I mean, it's sort of free, you know? It doesn't cost us that much to not have this extra influence. So we might as well pick that up. What we do get immediately is the extra happiness bonus, which should kick in any minute now. And since we have luxury alchemists now, we can go for emeralds first because we care less about emeralds. But it's still gonna be boosted for quite a long time, and then we can get the gold for, which is going to be boosted for I think 16 turns, or not. I guess the next turn we can pick up some spices. I wish we could get Moonleaf, but yeah, there isn't enough available on the marketplace. It's kind of what's sort of finicky about the marketplace, unfortunately. Hope this doesn't actually damage our unit too much. Never mind. Hope our unit can survive. Let's move over here and just try and regenerate while collecting something. Or not collecting anything, never mind. Yeah, having the Skyfin be wounded is really bad, obviously. Really sad. Bad, sad. What's bad that makes me sad? Skyfin's so good. Except when I send them to walk over lava because I'm greedy. I mean, you know, we all have our vices. This is mine. Send Skyfins to walk over ground. Or burning ground. I should definitely probably move it here so it can act as a sort of scout in this region and stay a bit safe. I do wanna close borders with red if possible. But, yeah, we have enough influence that we can do this, I think. Yeah. Well, you close borders on me. I don't see why you're such an ass. Yeah, definitely being more careful about other armies is something I need to work on in this game. Again, we're being sort of surrounded, which is not bad per se. Like in a war, we could strike out in this direction or in that direction, and like if you're trying to defend while surrounding like this, it would be a nightmare. But also, if you're trying to attack, it has some advantages. Okay, they've left, so so now we have to defend our people by building watchtowers, Tower of Truth or Tower of Fidelity, and the Ward of Oregon in each city. Okay. So we have to strengthen ourselves and face the Nemesis, which is probably a construction of the Endless. And now they declared war on me. What the hell? And they market mad me. Okay, that's bad. Okay, given that they declared war, we definitely need to pump out as many monks as we can. We can buy a monk, which is good. But we might as well buy monks on cities which can't produce that much. Yeah, I'm just worried that they have higher tech units than us. In which case they can overwhelm our defenses. Just get a monk here. via dust purchase. And we're going to go like this. Yeah, we're not getting much utility out of these cities in terms of building up monks, etc. Oh, I totally forgot to check out the extra legendary deeds or whatever these things are called. Immovable force. 3 guardians, and we get a -2 turn action cooldown on the unit on guardians. I assume that's good for guardians. I have no idea. But having 3 guardians seems to be... yeah, that seems to be something we could do at some point in the game. Not now. Reduce the cost of diplomatic treaties, and we gain bonus influence. Okay, the Throne of Emperors is okay, but not amazing, I don't think. Unlike the other ones, I think these two seem very good to me. And the Throne of Emperors is like, alright, it's fine, but it's not a must-have, I don't think. Alright, this might be pretty cool, Guardian of Earth. And this Glorious Father, which gives 100% bonus approval on happy. That's really strong. But we need to get 50 strategics of each resource to gain the reward. Okay, never mind. That's kind of difficult to do. I guess we can keep the Skyfin back as long as we're careful with it. Then let it die. Yeah, we need to make sure we keep tabs on this army. It could go to any of our cities, I guess. So that's kind of scary. Hopefully we can shepherd it towards one location rather than another. If it headed towards this location, that would obviously be great, because this location is where our industry base is. And we're producing like everything, so... I actually want to cancel these to make things a bit easier for myself in terms of queuing. Yeah. Alright, cool. Now, I do want this meritocratic promotion quite desperately, and then I hope there's going to be like something for uncommon alloys in our next, in our area. If there isn't, we're going to have to find, like, we have to go back for titanium, probably. Actually, I don't want this so close to the edge of the city, which bounds it back. Imagine they engage with that force directly. I hope their units are, like, not much tech or much higher tech than ours. Because if they are, that means we won't... we'll basically have a rough time. Extent of ice shelf, okay. So they're going here, so potentially they're moving towards this city. Or potentially they're moving towards that city. Ugh. Okay, make a new army here of extra monks. The problem is, can they reach this city in one go? If they can, then we're kind of in trouble because we can't be in 2 locations at once with our army. And the thing is, I'm not sure how the priority of moves works. Like, it's possible that just something dumb happens and we get punished for some reason by the way the movement system works. I'd prefer to keep my armies a bit back before I can get meritocratic promotion, though. If I can fight with the defender's advantage, I will. I mean, you know, if it's possible, then why not, you know? Okay, we're just producing a metric crap ton of monks. If we can't beat them, by just beating their army 1-to-1, maybe we can beat them by efficiently overpowering their army. Or effectively overpowering the army. So I need to make sure I notice where this unit is going. Okay. A Guardian rises. Is that a... oh, they have a Guardian. What does this thing do? It has Guardian Nature, Solitary, Guardian Aura, and Mind Control, and increased fire. Does that mean I should try and snipe this Guardian before it joins up with this army? What is my strategy supposed to be? I have no experience with this, by the way. Not at all. I'd definitely be completely winging it if I... Maybe I was supposed to just attack this Guardian and then see from there. I think I should probably move these monks down to this area. And I should definitely upgrade this hero. Wolfbane the Shepherd is a good staff. I'm going to equip the hero with that. It gives slow down, which is not ideal, but there are worse abilities. And what I care about is high damage. And then we can give it... Never mind, these are not useful stuff. Useful things. We might as well just ban the Settler at this point. It's not really going to do as much good ever. I think we should just pick up Monks. We can't pick up Monks here. We could just send a Skyfin over there, though. Here, the big problem is that yeah, your armies on cities cannot link up with your armies outside of cities. Okay, we can attack it without them counterattacking. So I guess this is a good time to find out how powerful this thing is. Well, it's powerful enough to warrant a retreat, apparently. I guess we're gonna bounce both of our Skyfins there and hope that our monks can hold if that happens. Yeah, we don't have enough dust to buy out additional monks, which is awkward. Okay, here Guardian rises. If you're stirred of ancient, this is the thing. Sufficiently advanced magic might thwart the Guardian's power, etc. I do want to try these things out. It seems really cool to have like these super units. They're kind of like behemoths in Endless Space too. Okay, enough rumors from enough sources just to be fact. Wanderers and hermits tell us of old ruin wherein sleeping deathless angels or winged demons created to destroy beings whose strength derives from dust. Though they appear to be quintessential to endless technologies, they lacked the drop of power needed to awaken and fly. They had to fly capacity and later ordering creatures remember key. Single unit, flying unit of level 4 unit, reach the highlight of the flying unit will be consumed into random sleepers. I think it's a quest. It might be a quest designed to help you get units with. Maybe we're supposed to pick up the units that the Allayi were running away from, and I think they're supposed to help us combat Guardians. Okay, I'm just going to click on this because I really want to take this thing down before it gets to engage in any big fights. Again, alright. And it looks like we can't prevent this siege from happening, so... If I can still buy out, no I can't. I guess we should just do this fight first. Oh, they're doing this fight already. That's awkward. Well, I kind of split my attention here between the Guardian and the main force. Maybe I was obliged to ignore this thing. Though, I don't know, I lack the necessary experience. What is it doing? Not sure. I need to check what the skills are. At least before the next round starts. So it doesn't look so tough so far, although, you know, these things can be a bit deceiving. A little bit. Alright, it has increased fire. It gives 70 attacks to a targeted friendly unit for 2 rounds. Okay, that's mediocre. It can mind control. Okay. You can try and mind control a unit as Guardian Aura. Heals the adjacent armies of an amount equal to 100% of their life. That's cool. So it basically acts as kind of massive healing sink. And it has immunity to debuffs. Okay. So that seems pretty cool. But it seems like we can take it down as long as we're able to overpower it. And it doesn't seem that threatening to us. Although the mind control thing could be pretty annoying. Or it doesn't seem that threatening to me. I didn't even connect there. Nice. So yeah, it seems like we just killed a very powerful and important army unit to them. Without really breaking a sweat there. What I am proverbially sweating about is my odds of holding one of my cities that's currently under siege. This hero gained a level. That's always why it's nice to link up your heroes who are fighting around, or like link up your heroes who are fighting the field and your armies who are fighting the field with your governors. Okay, we can't move to this region before this fight is done. This is always what's annoying about this. I always forget, like, the enemy gets to dictate the fight, but you have to put these things inside the city limits, so that's so annoying. Whatever. We created a new monk. We could send it in this direction. We definitely have enough forces to take this out on the second try, I think. Okay, Adamantium is located here. That's good. And if is anything else located nearby? And we have Moonleaf here. So that's great. We have 2 good resources, which we can exploit with our wonderful Skyfins, provided they can survive this fight. This is irritating. Why are monks coming last? No, wait, I forgot. You can change the order. Never mind. That's not so irritating. Move them up. Move them up. Yeah, I hope this is a misestimation of how likely we are to win. I wish you could choose which the main army was if they attacked you. It's so irritating. There's so many small mistakes you can make, etc. Like, alright, let's rock. Now, where's our reinforcements are coming from here? So we keep this unit here, and now we definitely want to move the Skyfin back, and can try and wait. Okay, which units of theirs are moving quickly towards us? Annoyingly, they're spawned very close to us, meaning that we don't get much room, or at least to work things out. And also, it's possible they might just pin us down next to our spawn locations. So that's really irritating. Oh, if they pinned the Skyfin down, that would be bad. No, not the Skyfin! That's really bad. I hope I don't lose my Skyfin, because I'm really attached to those things. And speaking of which, I should have micromanaged. Though it's hard to predict how the units are going to move, so you can't really predict it. But at the same time, like, ideally this doesn't happen, where your armies are radically, or like randomly located in the middle. Yeah, hopefully we can move to this safer terrain. But it looks like we're going to be stuck here. Ugh, that's irritating. Yeah, looks like we're in trouble again. This is so annoying, basically. The only reason we're really losing these wars is because we're being forced to take bad engagements, because for some reason the defensive mechanisms of the game don't really benefit the defenders that much. Or B, we're just being outmuscled by the AI in terms of its production value. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure what I could have done. Like, I guess I could have picked alchemical weapons up. Let's see what weapons these units have. They already have adamantium weapons, it looks like. Now, this is glass steel, but this is definitely adamantium. So I don't think I can compete with that, to be honest. I mean, no, this is glass steel still. So picking up glass steel weaponry might have helped us a lot. And that's maybe what I should fix if I end up losing the game here. Oof. The other thing I should fix would have been formations, so it would have been nice to have a better battle formation in this conflict here. Losing the Skyfin would be irritating. But even like with Wolfbane the Shepherd, which is like a pretty solid staff, we're just not doing enough damage. This is also annoying because our spawn location was too close to them, so we were immediately boxed in, and we couldn't but lose that unit. So yeah. I'm not feeling too great about the maybe the next fight. Maybe the next fight will go better because we'll have extra room. Maybe I should have been micromanaging a lot more, but I guess the one thing where our armies advanced too far was bad, and I should have just let them stay back, or wanted them to stay back. I mean, those armies are fairly replaceable at this point. And it seems like we're not actually going to lose the city. We are going to lose one Skyfin, which is obviously not ideal. That's an understatement. Losing a Skyfin is really upsetting there, but we haven't lost the city yet, so that's good. And we might lose this. We might well lose the city next turn. We definitely want to bounce our other monk over there. If we have any other random monks lying around, the monks, attack on the monks. Okay, we hit the Age of Enlightenment. It's good. What's not good is that we're being crushed overboard. So we can get adamantine weapons, so this uncommon alloys. This Horizon Zero Dawn is great. This uncommon alloys is pretty solid. Okay. We can't just bounce to the city again. Again, besieging oddly favors the attacker in a lot of ways, which I think is kind of annoying. It doesn't really feel like a siege should feel. A siege should be like, you slowly whittle them down. We kill the Guardian, which is great. A siege should feel like you slowly whittle them down. Wow, we actually got this. That's pretty cool. And there's a spy in this. Like, there's also a spy here, which is like, you know, why? We can't actually do that. Like, the fact that your units get cut off, that your units often trickle in slowly, that your units are unlikely to survive if you can't, like... Yeah, just there's so many things that make it feel like defending is just kind of something you get punished for in this game. Which is like, yeah, kind of unfortunate. Or at least it basically means you don't want to be the defender, if at all possible. And also you have to, you're under active pressure to break a siege as well, is the other thing. Now where are our spawns coming from? Here. I think we almost want to position aggressively like this. If we can drive a wedge between their forces, it might help us out. We can also try and just go for the classic sort of wraparound thing. That might be a little bit better. Because the problem with driving a wedge between them is that then they get more hits on than we do. Like, there are 3 units attacking us, and then we maybe have 2 units attacking them over there. Versus this way, I think we have a better chance of not getting hit that much. And also, linking our units up means that our morale bonus will be higher. Speaking of morale bonus, we want to move this unit back and then target our hero here. Now we move these units. These units should hold position. So the core of our army needs to hold. And then we need to think about which units are moving towards us and which units. It's annoying that you can't predict how units are going to work. So you have to kind of guess how your formation will end up well sometimes, or just forfeit on moves to make sure your formation stays together. That's what's so good about... That's what's so amazingly good about ranged compositions. They don't have this problem. Like, we're going to move this hero forward, and I think we're going to just attack over there then. Just make sure we get the morale bonus on as many allies as possible. I prefer my hero to tank damage than my melee units. Yeah, and keeping the infantry line was a good idea. Speaking of which, we immediately take a huge hit from that army. Yeah, just this is the thing about this game. Like, when you have less good weapons, you just get completely decimated by the enemy. And it's not like it's like a slight advantage, it's like they'll start dealing like 50 more damage than you, which is irritating because it compounds the disadvantage you have to the AI. Yeah, so I wish that wasn't the case, but yeah, we can all dream, right? Just keep attacking like this, keep hacking into them here. I think this army can, it actually can't bounce around, maybe. This army can keep attacking over there. This army can maybe move up here and attack like so. This army can maybe, well, we'll probably be attacked by this unit again. Should attack this one over there though. We can boost the morale again. Well, it looks like morale is pretty good as it currently stands. Morale is kind of, the morale mechanic, how that works in this game, or especially how that works for the Allayi, is probably going to be our saving grace. Well, if anything is going to be our saving grace. We have to win this battle, I think. Like, just to be able to keep our city. I think it's really important. Now, that army standing on a city tower is pretty important as well. I was going to move the other army up there. I should have ordered them both to move there. Never mind, another army is moving to higher-ish ground. This army seems to be really good. It's probably because of this adamantine weaponry. Again, the weaponry makes such a huge bonus. It's kind of obscene. Or makes such a huge difference, I should say. Breathe on them! Good job! Good job. I'm proud of you. Let's send this in this direction. Now we need these warriors to engage them on this flank. Just need to keep this sort of steady-ish. And I guess hopefully their forces will sort of buckle here. We should probably focus on taking down this elite unit. Because I think our other units can keep the sort of weaker units pinned. And that's a stand-up bro. Oh, maybe there was a mistake on my part. Nice, we got their hero. Well, the hero regenerates, but that means that the next battle we'll just be able to pick that up very quickly. And the fact that their good unit missed is also great for us. Yeah, it looks like we're actually, again, we're holding our ground here. Like, I had been complaining about the defensive mechanics in this game, but they do count for something. They just don't count for enough that you could ever neglect military. You have to have military armies. Seriously? This army is just dodging everything. Yeah. Let's move forward. Continue our attack. As long as this army is being held down, I guess I'm okay with it. I guess this thing can keep buffing. These units, this unit is secretly really strong, like militarily, because the morale buff to all of your units is pretty effective. Like, I rarely think that these support units are any good, but I think there are definitely exceptions, and this is one of them. I don't know how rarely, like, I think like generic just support units, like, have pretty shitty buffs, but like when the support unit gives you like morale, which can increase both your chance to attack and chance to like dodge things, like by significant margins. Like, look at how high the morale is here. Wait, let's put it over there. Alright. How high is the morale here, actually? +1 morale means that we're getting 90% bonus to attack on the hero. Well, 90% bonus to attack and defense is actually kind of obscene. So, yeah. The Skyfin has to be my pick for probably the best support unit. Or at least one of the best support units. Maybe the Proliferate is the best support units. They tend to be these like very specific support units with a specific powerful effect that are good. I don't know, I feel like 50-50 on support units, they're either great or they're like like atrociously bad. And there's relatively little wiggle room there. At least for me, you know, I could be wrong. Maybe I'll do, maybe once I've played all the factions, which on Let's Plays for all the factions, I'll have changed my mind at that stage. Okay, just shoot this stupid thing. Can we hopefully kill this? If we can kill this, then we can at least force a truce. At best, I do kind of want to force a truce and get some really good terms. we should move this back. We have a lot of injured units, and we did lose a lot of units, but we also... I mean, in this war in general so far, we did lose a lot of units. But we also took out a lot of their units. And we might even be able to make a push and besiege one of their more powerful cities. Again, it looks like we just can't be good neighbors with Red. I don't know what it is. You know, diplomats. They're just assholes, it turns out. I mean, the Draken are so weird because they're supposed to be the diplomatic faction, but the AI is programmed to, like, pounce on you, like, and try and exploit your weakness, etc. Like, it's so annoying. Okay, we did lose one Skyfin, which I'm very sad about, but... Yeah, I can just make another one. Is this our lower experience Skyfin? I think it might be. Well, actually we can just build another Skyfin, although it does cost a significant number of pearls. And I'm not getting as much value out of it at the moment. Skyfins are really good, and I'm sad that I lost one. So it's time to avenge it, I guess. Although at the same time, maybe Red is willing to offer a truce. So. What contract do they disadvantage? What contract is this? Oh, it's because I asked you to close borders, you ass. Right. They have a lot of units in here. Yeah, maybe we should just hold back, though we're losing momentum if we do. Hopefully we can pick up this uncommon alloys quickly and then quickly transition to a powerful army. Here we have another monk unit as well. We have a lot of monks. But the problem is, I guess, how fast can they regenerate hit points? And how well can we keep them alive? The thing is, if we attack this army, they're going to be cut off from reinforcements. So, in some ways, that's really good for us. I just wish I could transform. The transfer. Make the transfer. Anyway, I wish I could transfer some units. Before that, I should probably get a Garth here and just fill out the cities. Level up 2 districts, gotta be worth it. Yeah, what about the city? I think Garth costs less pearls than the city because of how many other random buildings we have. We have the altar, we have 2 special buildings, so yeah, that's probably why. We can also get this alchemical institute thingy, but I think we maybe just want to make some monks in the meantime. Yeah, we're just going to keep making monks. The question is, can I engage this army and come out on top? And the answer is I don't know. I guess I'd like to bully them and capture their capital. I might even keep these armies here for now, just to make sure we have a shield against them. By shield, I mean a bunch of monks. Whoa, crap! That is a huge army. How did I end up there? This is irritating. I feel actually summon these units if we get attacked in the city. I don't think it will. This is a pretty substantial army. Okay, never mind. We can engage them head on. And I think we have to. Yeah. Oof. Hopefully they retreat. No, they're not even allowed to retreat. Oh no. This is what I get for playing on endless difficulty. I just feel like I kind of want to play one of the broken factions, like the necrophages on endless are just busted, and they're busted because they have the ability to just generate infinite armies, which is one of the things you sort of need on endless. You need a way to be able to guarantee that you're trading cost effectively, because if you're not, then you're just sort of at risk of gradually having your forces ground down because the AI has so many more units than you do. And yeah, that's really a big risk. Now I don't have my flyboy here, so we're not going to get our nice bonuses. That means I've got to hope there's no adamantine weapons here. And it looks like there's just basic weapons and shields and stuff. So that is good for us. I also want to make sure I can make this army look a bit dumb for standing over there. So that's what I'm going to do. So speaking of looking dumb, I should probably shoot this unit, then advance this. Wait, which units are moving first? This unit is moving first, and then this unit is moving. Okay. So we should just all make sure we target these things. This can target this can target this, so we keep that in place. We can bounce this around and bounce this around. And the hope is sort of that we can just avoid this flanking army and use our reinforcements to hold that down. Okay, that did nothing. That was... Nothing was a bit less than I honestly had hoped for. Nice. That was good. Hopefully this high ground here, advantage here, will pay off. And it did! Okay, so we're engaging them at a favorable angle here. Basically the way this is working out, we're attacking this unit with 3 armies, this unit with 3 armies. So we're getting more hits in than they are, which is... Well, attacking 2-2 respectively. We can bounce this back if we want. But I think I'll wait till it's taken a bit more hits. Now, I want to make sure this army is also swarmed by the Allayi coming from the reinforcement position. Yeah. Basically, how these ground battles end up playing out, they end up being all about choke points. And having the initiative is again huge. Because if you have the initiative, you can just micro back the units that aren't currently taking hits. And then overall... Whoa! Oh, I forgot about that army unit. I mean, the fact that they can flood into here is also not bad, but it's also... Actually, this is blocking this unit, so that was actually great. Yeah, so it looks like we're doing pretty well in terms of cost effectiveness. This is a big worry. Like, you can beat the AI in individual battles, but if you don't beat them hard enough, they'll just keep coming with individual units until... I mean, it's more of a problem in the early game. We're currently on turn 66, so we have options to refill our armies. It's not like in the early game when it was like, I lost 2 units, and it was like, maybe I'm losing? I'm not sure. But yeah, I think this is okay now. We should probably bounce the hero down here and just be able to get some heals off all these units because they're not doing so hard. Again, in the winter, your hero is pure damage, but in the summer, you want to play some adjacent to units so that they can get a little bit of health. Or basically. I'm not sure if all the Allayi heroes are male. The heroes tend to have similar art. I mean, like, for in-game art, not the art portrait things. Yeah. So our reinforcements were pretty effectively able to take care of those flanking units. This is not, strictly speaking, an infantry war, but it sort of feels like one. Like lots of melee units clashing against lots of melee units. We're quite different if we have 100% ranged armies. Ranged armies benefit a huge amount from choke points, by the way. If this was if this was a ranged army with some infantry units at the start, we would probably have been disadvantaged at that point. We might have had to pull our army back, in fact, just to try and make sure we could get a favorable engagement as they move forward. Yeah, but it looks like we're able to win this fight. And that's pretty good for us because I was worried that our armies were worse and they had an adamantine unit. So I was like terrified that they had better weapons than us in general. Although it looks like they have some better weapons than us, but not that many, so we should be able to be fine as long as we can resupply with some adamantine units. And we just completely crushed that army, so that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Indel is also not a bad choice, but I've set my eyes on the capital, I guess, and I don't know if there's any going back. There. Oh, we've been market banned? Oh, I forgot we've been market banned. You asshats. Please, just get rid of the market ban. Oh. Boarding vessels? Do you want this? Will that make you go away? Wait, let me just check out how more valuable the influence is to me. We have 800 influence required to get to this point in our tree, which is the ideal point for us. Oh, forgot to activate the spices. That's really important for us. Bonus food, pretty good. Yeah. Although, again, it's not absolutely crucial that we be able to do that. We have one Skyfin tagged as a mobile extractor for the strategic resource. And we're getting, I think, 2 a turn. Yeah, that's good. If only it had another level. Oh well. I do want a Guardian at some point. They seem super cool. Not only do they give you this like Guardian bonus in general. Oh, this is a technology you can get. We can pick up the Scyther, and Scythers will help us deal with Guardians because they have Guardian Slayers, or they're Guardian Slayer weapons. That's pretty cool. So this is a general technology available now, or maybe it was unlocked by a quest. Who knows? So having these extra technologies is pretty awesome. I'm not sure what this Guardian does, anyways. So it turns out the Guardians by themselves are not terrifying combat units, but I'm sure their bonus effects are worth exploring. I'm definitely going to try that out. I honestly didn't expect this Guardians expansion to be that great, but I was like, for completeness sake, I might as well get it. And it's been pretty fun. Pretty soon we should end the episode. Okay, do they... What? They want Shipyard. I guess, yeah, we should accept, because it's not costing us influence. That's the same deal I was about to make, so that's pretty good. And we just bounce through here, and I think we just take this army out. I think our reinforcements should be good enough that we don't have to worry too much. I'm not sure how flying units benefit from roads, you know. But okay, this has flying. It does. It's weird. Flying units get bonuses from roads? How? Okay, that is a settler as well. I want these armies to participate so they can get some experience. And we gain another level on a hero. A chosen Warrior is cool, so I'm gonna get that. And then I'm gonna go back for maybe extra pearls and pick up these things. I think I always want to eliminate red, just mainly so I can get the regions they have. I want red to like swear fealty to me and like... I want revenge at this point. That went dark very quickly. I do want revenge though. National Arena is solid. 50% bonus influence is no joke. I wonder if this upgrade is starting to become better than Dust Refinery, because it has 2 modes. Bonus on terrain of... wait. Plus 10 on terrain of dust. Oh, that's pretty huge, even if it can only build once in our Empire. Like, compare with this, plus 5 on terrain of dust, that's obscene. I mean, it does cost a lot of industry, but so does this, so that seems really strong. And we can probably get it on this section. We have terrain of dust, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's less impressive than I thought. But here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is way better. This is a way better choice. I really want this upgrade now. Yeah, and I think I'll go for it. I think with the Allayi upgrade, we'll have strong enough armies that we can take on red. Just give red the boot. Like, screw red. Like, taking advantage of me so many times. I've had enough. I'm going to attack this army again. I want to crush it and then lay siege to their capital and see how they like that. In the meantime, we can also upgrade these monk schematics with better weapons, and then quickly retrofit them using dust. Again, dust being very effective, but also very expensive in what it gives you. And they run away again. And I think this might be a good spot to end the episode. So next turn, I'm going to see about improving my monks with legend or much better weaponry. And I'm going to look to avenge the death of my beautiful, beautiful Skyfin by hopefully picking up the capital here. And I think we should be able to support that happiness-wise. And by doing so, we'll also knock out an important industrial center for the dragon. And just this seems to be their most developed city in terms of districts. So again, we like to have relatively few cities, but much stronger cities. Because of our overexpansion disapproval. They're kind of like cultist light, if you will. Anyway, so thanks again for joining me for this episode. And this somewhat chaotic Allayi playthrough reminds me a lot of our cultist playthrough, which you can also check out on the channel. And stay subscribed or become subscribed to check out more content, more Let's Plays, and also some shorter strategy videos which I've recently put up. So thanks again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed and or learned something, and I hope you'll join us again next time.